Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am cooking and sharing two of my favorite side dishes, which is sukuma, also called collard greens. And first thing first, obviously washing them, super washing them, because I don't overcook my greens, so I make sure I wash them very well. And then the other thing that I'm doing, I am cutting out the stem, the thick stem, because it's hard to eat. If you like crunchiness, you can leave it on there. Just cut the top, very top. But yeah, I am washing them and cutting out the stem. Next thing I'm going to do is chop them on a cutting board. There you go. What I like to do is I will chop them all the way, because if you do it once, it's more like spaghetti, stringy type, which I don't like. It's hard to serve when it's so stringy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it around and then I'm gonna cut it again, so it's not gonna be too stringy, if that makes sense, if that's a word. But it's super easy to cut it on a chopping board. Next thing is my onion. I start with this all the time. Every time I cook anything, I have to put onion. So I'm gonna dice this onion, and it's going to be the first thing I put on my pan. So I make sure I dice it because I don't need it to be too much. It's just for the taste of it. But I'm gonna use the whole onion for this. Next, I'm going to start on the other dish, which is sweet potato. And I'm going to be baking this, so right now I am basically preheating my oven to 380. You can go up to 400 because we're just baking sweet potato, depending on how well you want to cook them. I like to keep it at 380, which will take only about 25 minutes to cook this. So yeah, so first I want to take off, I don't like the skin on there, so I like to make sure I peel them all the way. And the next thing I'm going to do is dice them, and sometimes they can be so hard to cut through, so I tried to look for the small sweet potatoes, and this was the smallest one that I could find. But yeah, they can be hard to dice, so make sure you find the smaller one. It's just easier to work with. So I'm going to dice them. It takes time, but I enjoy doing this kind of things. I know there's easier ways to cut them like that, but it's just, I don't know, I enjoy cooking, so it's not that bad of a job. But yeah, I'm gonna dice all of them. It is a workout. But as I cook sukuma, I'm gonna be baking this, which is so quick and easier, in case you're hungry, so you can cook them at the same time. So I'm going to put them in a tray. As you can see, they're so pretty. I just love it. I love food. You can even eat them like this. I don't know if you ever tried. Okay, so I'm going to use olive oil, the spray. I like using this spray. It's just so easy to use instead of like just using the olive oil, the other olive oil. I like the spray one. And I'm gonna add a Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. I swear I add this on everything, but just a little bit. You don't need too many spices on this. I mean, sweet potatoes are already sweet. And I'm going to make sure I mix it all up, and you don't want to put too much cooking oil because you don't need it to be too moist, if that makes sense. Because I like them to be a little bit crunchy, so you don't want to put too much cooking oil. So I don't even know if I can tell you how to measure this. Just spray a little bit on there. And next thing, my oven should be ready because I preheated it. 380, so it's ready to go. So I'm just gonna put this on there. There we go. Going to put this in there, and then I'm gonna get started with my greens. And you don't even have to bother with sweet potato cooking them. I mean, make sure you don't overcook them for sure. It'll take about 25 minutes. And so it won't take too long. All right, let's jump into my sakuma. So I have my onions and I'm putting on my olive oil. So the first thing I like to cook is the onions. I like to make sure they cook all the way up to they are golden, a little bit golden. And with the way I cook my greens, I like to cook the spices first because, let me tell you what I'm putting. I'm putting curry powder, just a little bit, like you can see it's like a half spoon. This is a small spoon, teaspoon. That's a teaspoon. So basically a teaspoon, and garlic, a little garlic and herb. Told you I put that on everything. So I'm gonna put a little bit water and I'm going to mix it all up as my onion is cooking right now. Here you go, and you can't go wrong with any of this because it's not that bad of spices. They don't have too much sodium on them. They just add a little bit flavor to your greens because I know most people don't like greens, but there you go. So my onion is golden, a little bit overcooked, which I love. There we go. Okay, so when I put this, the whole house is going to smell so good. So I'm gonna cook this for a little bit, and I'm gonna turn down my heat. Look at that. That looks so good. It's smeared for like 3 minutes, and my heat is down because I'm not gonna need too much heat for the next step. All right, so I'm gonna put my greens. I like to cook just a little bit, mix it all up. There we go. And then I'm gonna add another one just because it's easier, because greens can just be full on there, and I wanna make sure it goes. I mix all the onions and the sauce, and right now my heat is down. Like I can honestly just turn off the stove and cook with that steam because I don't want to overcook them. So that's why I cook the spices first for like 5 minutes. And now I'm just using the steam to cook the greens because I want to keep that nutrition. And I love when they stay green. So if it's brown, I've overcooked them, which I feel like it beats the benefit of eating greens because you want to keep those nutritions. So just cook the spices, whatever spices you want to put, and onions. It just makes it taste so much better. And as you can see, it's basically ready. You just have to give it like 5 more minutes and the steam is gonna do the job. But I'm gonna add salt, a little bit of salt, not too much. The pink salt because it's less sodium. So I'm gonna add just a little bit. And it's good. I just had to leave it alone. Now I'm going to check on my sweet potatoes because these greens are ready. Don't they look so good? So the next thing, I'm going to check on my sweet potatoes because when you're cooking a sweet potato, you want to keep flipping them. So grab your fork and just mess with them. Look how good those greens look. All right, let's check on our sweet potatoes. So they are ready, they're good, they're going good. You don't have to mess with them, but you need to flip them so that the top one don't become too crispy. So you want to mix it all up. So there you go, they're actually ready. I just like them a little crispy. Oh, and now I'm ready to serve my dinner. This was dinner. Of course, I have to use avocado. Like you guys know, if you know me, you know I love avocado. And that avocado is beautiful. Look at that. Next, I'm ready to add my side, which I'm having these 2 dishes with a steak. I had to come back and show you guys how I make my steak. I just wanted to make a quick video of the 2 side dishes, but this steak is so good. I know you guys can see. And I have some grilled jalapenos. Here you go. I have my sakuma, my greens. And then I'm going to add my sweet potatoes. They are so good. And as you can see, I feel like I have a good balanced plate. because I have my greens, I have my good carbs, I have my steak, I have the avocado, which is a good fat, and yeah, like the presentation is key. I know some people are like, why does it take so much time to get your food? But yeah, I love cutting avocados, as you can see. And there you have it. I have to come back and show you guys how I make my steak because I grilled it outside. All right, there it is. That is my sweet potato sukuma steak, and it's delicious. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about this. See you on the next video. Thank you so much.